Hey everybody, it's the Colts. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, let's get on up to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. For the call, we bring in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. It'll be Jacoby Brissett under center for the Colts. He, of course, made 15 starts in Andrew Luck's absence 2 years ago. Not much required of him last year. He threw just 4 passes total. But that experience as a starter, very valuable in this learning process. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming for you. You mine. 30 seconds.
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
Ryan Kelly's a great example of how valuable centers have become in the NFL. A former first-round pick, he was plugged in immediately to be a starter to handle big nose tackles as well as blitzing linebackers, and also able to move and get out into the run game and get to the 2nd and 3rd level and deliver blocks.
Hey, come on. Line 54. Push him back.
From the 41, Brissett throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Eric Reid is a safety that you can use all over on defense, both in the box as a tackler and back deep as a cover man.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 59 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. And the offensive starters for the Panthers.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
Allen will try again on second down. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
On the ready.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Allen to throw once more. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Ready, set. 50's the mark. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Check, check. Lucky. Snap.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Was sacked by Marcus Hunt. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Football going back to the Indianapolis Colts here. Charles, what has happened with Indianapolis? Now it's a 3-game losing streak. They're at 6-7. Week 14, losing to Tampa Bay. Really, I guess the problem has come in the second half. I mean, they have struggled in the second half in this 3-game losing streak.
Hard to believe, isn't it? Because they've blown a lead in the second half in 3 straight games, and they failed to score a single fourth-quarter point in those 3 losses. That doesn't seem possible. I know Jacoby Brissett's knee injury set them back a little bit. Adam Vinatieri's had a really rough season as a kicker. He's now going to have season-ending knee surgery, it appears. I don't know if we've seen his last kick in the NFL, but I still believe he's going to go into the Hall of Fame, maybe even as a first-ballot guy. So the Colts now head to New Orleans for a Monday night matchup with the Saints. That should be a huge game. If the Colts have any designs of getting into the playoffs, they absolutely have to win out, because then they're home against the Panthers, and then they go to Jacksonville in the season finale.
And in that AFC South, they're looking up at Houston and Tennessee. Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Panthers getting the football back here on offense. But Charles, the big news for Carolina in Week 14 happened on the Tuesday leading up to their 40-20 loss to the Atlanta Falcons. A loss, by the way, that officially eliminated them from playoff contention. But the news, of course, was at the club parting ways with head coach Ron Rivera, and he'd been there since 2011.
And he had a heck of a record, too. 76-63-1 in the regular season. Won multiple division titles, including 3 in a row, I believe, in the NFC South at one point. Won an NFC championship and played in the Super Bowl after the 2015 season. They lost Super Bowl 50 to the Broncos. His press conference after he got fired, I thought, was masterful. I thought he was terrific in it. He said he believes he'll be a head coach again in the league, get another opportunity, and I believe that as well, probably as soon as this year. When other opportunities come up, he will be considered strongly in a number of places. I think he did a great job in Carolina.
And now a look at the defense for the Colts.
Justin Houston is truly one of the elite pass rushers in the league. Knows how to get to the quarterback with a variety of moves.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Allen now to throw again. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Try to forget about that pick six last time out. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Down, 50, plant. Get to 50, check my 50. Watch the run. They go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Brissett. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't they?
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And he's got his man Hilton. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Brissett now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's the jet sweep to Pascal. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Here we go. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On play action, Brissett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Brissett. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. Brissett now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Allen now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Allen from the gun on third down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 65, 65. Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Allen to throw it. Wright's got it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Allen. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, So let's not waste any time, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Ready? 70, Indy. I got you, boy. Watch twins. Watch.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing now is Allen. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Brissett. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Vernon Butler with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returning it is Moore. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 44, Allen gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Ready, 50, plant. 50, Mike, 50. Watch the curve, watch the curve.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Vinatieri now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. McCaffrey. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Anthony Walker, the other Colts linebacker with over 100 tackles a year ago, making the play there.
Second and 5 at the 36-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh. Check. Hit it.
From the 36, Allen. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. 23 yards to pick up there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Got it.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Watch number 12.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Allen. Looking middle, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Allen from the gun. He'll throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual
I know.
for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now Allen. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go. Go.
Here's Hines. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Got the first down and more past midfield. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
second down. It's Mack, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Colts on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw, it's Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Allen. Complete to right. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Carolina.
You ready?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
To the air, Allen. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss. Today's final score.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.